people aren't talking about is how a CEO of a company should never be dating the head of HR.
Sometimes you can't help who you want to get on.
I don't know.
Sometimes you just
The
can't.
head of HR?
It's also
because she's not
police.
the head of HR in the bed. I don't know if he was happily married, she was happily. I don't know any of that.
Yeah.
You think you're just going to a concert? Maybe hear some music, have a drink, take a selfie or two. But then, out of nowhere, the camera zooms in, and suddenly, your entire life is unraveling in front of 60,000 people, and millions more online.
Oh, look at these two. All right. What? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
One awkward moment on the kiss cam, and boom. Career's gone, marriage is imploding, and Whoopi Goldberg is out here defending it all.
People aren't talking about is how a CEO of a company should never be dating the head of HR. They are literally there to, beyond the affair, these are the people that's supposed to implement company policy.
That's the part.
There's a power dynamic. There's a question of like
Sometimes
ethics.
you can't help who you want to get on.
I don't know.
Sometimes you just
The
can't.
head of HR?
It's also
because she's not the head of HR in the bed.
But this story, it goes way deeper than you think. It all started at a Coldplay concert in Boston. Midway through the show, the camera pans over the crowd for a classic feel-good kiss cam segment. The couple it landed on? Laughing, cozy, a little too into it. Nothing wild at first glance, but the internet saw something else. The tension, the hesitation, the glances. Chris Martin even chimed in from the stage, joking, either they're having an affair or they're just really shy. He had no idea he just kicked off a viral internet wildfire. That couple wasn't just anyone, it was Andy Byron, the CEO of a tech company called Astronomer, and Kristen Cabot, the company's head of HR. Yes, HR. The same department supposed to enforce company policy and prevent power imbalance was caught in one. And here's the kicker. Both of them were married to other people. Cue the collective internet gasp. In the days that followed, social media detectives did what they do best: dig. Photos surfaced, LinkedIn profiles were scrutinized, marriage records got pulled. And just like that, what was supposed to be a quiet summer night turned into a corporate scandal. The pair were placed on leave almost immediately. Then, within days, Andy Byron stepped down as CEO. Kristen Cabot? She resigned entirely. Just like that. Years of work gone. Now, this is where things got even messier. The View jumped into the fray, as they always do when drama strikes. And Whoopi Goldberg, she wasn't here to shame anyone. In fact, she defended the couple.
It's been seen 77 million times.
Yeah.
77
And I've seen
million
it,
times.
and I'm 7 million of those
Yes,
77.
right, right.
I cannot put out a list of things that they could have done instead of like dive bombing for the,
Yeah.
like he's like, you could have pretended she was choking and you
Yes,
were giving
that
her
would have been much
If you take your person to a concert,
Your side piece.
well, I don't know if she's this, you know what? There's so much that I'm interested in, but I don't know what this is. I don't know if he was happily married, she was happily. I don't know any of that.
Yeah.
But I do know that if you don't want people to know what you're doing, don't take them to concerts.
Yeah.
60,000 people.
That was weird.
You know, because you don't know who else is in this giant stadium of people.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't help who you want to get on, she said. If you don't want people to know what you're doing, don't take them to a concert. That last line, it blew up online. Critics immediately slammed her for brushing aside workplace ethics, and worse, excusing infidelity like it's just a scheduling error. But Whoopi didn't stop there. She pointed out the absurdity of taking your so-called side piece to a 60,000-person event. You don't know who else is in that giant stadium, she said, almost mockingly. And sure, it was funny, until people started asking, wait, is she really blaming them for being seen instead of being inappropriate in the first place? Other co-hosts like Sarah Haynes and Sunny Hostin weren't nearly as forgiving. They brought up the power dynamics, the conflict of interest, and the ethical train wreck of a CEO secretly involved with the head of HR. This isn't some summer fling, they said. It's a serious corporate issue, especially when people's livelihoods and trust in leadership are at stake. Online, the backlash came hard. Viewers called Whoopi tone deaf, accusing her of enabling inappropriate behavior. "She's lost the plot," one user wrote. "A CEO shouldn't be sleeping with the head of HR, period." Others accused her of moral hypocrisy, pointing out how quickly The View attacks others for perceived improprieties, but suddenly acts chill when it's about someone in their social sphere. And the internet sleuthing didn't stop. People started piecing together timelines, comparing corporate statements, and even questioning how long the relationship had been going on behind the scenes. One detail that raised eyebrows: just weeks before the concert, Astronomer had been promoting its values-first culture. Oof. The irony. Of course, as with anything viral, the conversation evolved. Some began to wonder, was this really about ethics, or was the internet just obsessed with public shame? Are we punishing bad behavior or just hungry for drama? After all, this couple didn't break any laws. They weren't exposed by whistleblowers or leaked emails. It was a kiss on camera. But when you're a public figure or a CEO, the rules hit differently. That's when a new wave of commentary began. Culture critics weighed in on what they called the theater of internet justice. One article described the public reaction as a digital stoning, while others asked if we're becoming addicted to catching people in the act, especially when the people involved are rich, powerful, and pretending to play by the rules. Still, others weren't buying the sympathy angle. "This isn't about cancel culture," one writer said. "It's about accountability. If you lead a company, you're held to a higher standard, especially when you're dating someone in charge of handling internal complaints. And when your behavior triggers resignations, distrust, and potential lawsuits, yeah, people are going to talk." And yet, amid all this chaos, there's still one lingering question. Was the kiss cam moment just bad timing, or the universe blowing the whistle on a relationship that wasn't supposed to be public? Because really, what are the odds? One camera, one moment, one flash on the Jumbotron, and boom. Careers burned, marriages fractured, and Whoopi Goldberg trending for all the wrong reasons. It's a cautionary tale for the modern age. In a world where every phone is a camera and every moment can become content, secrets don't stay secret for long. Whether it's a CEO, a pop star, or a talk show legend, one wrong move under the spotlight can expose everything. And in this case, it didn't just expose a couple, it exposed a system. But that's the crazy part, isn't it? It wasn't just about who kissed who at a concert. It was about what that kiss represented. The clash of public image and private behavior. The thin line between love and power, and the way even the smallest moment, one kiss, one smirk, one pan of the camera, can blow open everything we thought was behind closed doors. So, next time you find yourself thinking, what's the harm in one little moment? Just remember this story. Because what happened in that stadium wasn't just awkward, it was a full-on unraveling. And the world, it was watching the whole time.